Good morning. I'm Ashwin, and I am here to present on the topic Bgp hijacking and root origin validation. So, introduction to BGP. BGP full form is Border Gateway Protocol, which is the core protocol to facilitate the exchange of routing information between the autonomous systems. Its significance lies in maintaining the global routing table, which helps to optimize the routes for the networks. So, what is BGP hijacking? BGP hijacking it is an attack where an unauthorized entity takes control of IP, which misleads the traffic and exposes the data. This occurs when an attacker or an intruder announces the IP prefixes of their own, which causes the data meant for legitimate networks to be redirected through their systems. So, what are the types of BGP hijacking? Prefix hijacking, which claims the ownership of an IP prefix. It occurs when a malicious entry claims ownership of an IP address that they do not control, which redirects the traffic meant for the legitimate owner for themselves. This can lead to traffic interception and service disruption. Sub-prefix hijacking, which announces a more specific prefix. It is when an attacker announces a more specific prefix than the legitimate one, which effectively redirecting the traffic meant for the broader range. This can be used to usurp control over traffic meant for the legitimate owner. Route leaks, incorrectly advertising the routes. It happens when a router correctly advertises a route learned from one another peer. This misconfiguration can lead to inefficiencies in routing and causes the networks to expose to potential attacks. So, how BGP hijacking works? So, manipulation of BGP announcement is the first step for the hijacking. So, it is when an malicious actor manipulates the protocol announcement to claim ownership of the IP prefixes that they do not actually own. This can disrupt the normal traffic flows to redirect the data to the desired or unintended destinations. So it also exploits the trust relationships. BGP relies on a trust-based model where routers accept announcements from their peers without rigorous validations. This can lead to exploitation when a router advertises misleading paths, taking advantage of the inherent trust between the BGP peers. Lack of route validation mechanisms. So this lack of route validation mechanisms uh, is an advantage for sorry. So this lack of validation mechanism is an advantage for the attackers to easily manipulate the route or traffic flows. It can easily vulnerable to hijacking without any robust system. We cannot verify the route validation. So, what is the impact of BGP hijacking? Sorry. So, the impacts are 75% of the organizations faced data breaches due to the BGP hijacking, and 50% and 50% increase in service downtime reported due to the BGP hijacking incidents. A dollar 1.2 billion amount of cash or money is, is lost due to the BGP hijacking. So we can understand the BGP hijacking to the real world scenarios or case studies. So in 2008, the YouTube hijacking incident occurred in which the Pakistan Telecom mistakenly advertises YouTube's IP range, which results in the loss of access to site for users worldwide for several hours. In 2010, in same Pakistan Telecom, they intentionally hijacked YouTube IP space, claiming it for their own, which led to significant outrages and disruption in service due to the misconfigured BGP announcements. In recent years, in 2018, the Google Cloud incident involved a BGP hijacking by a small network, which advertised Google's IP address, causing a temporary disruption as data was rerouted through their network. So we studied the BGP hijacking. So now we can dive into the route origin validations. So route origin validation is a mechanism which is designed to enhance the security of the border of the BGP or the border gateway protocol, which ensures that only legitimate announcements are accepted. These mechanisms are introduced in the recent years for the more security and legitimate routes. It works by verifying the IP addresses which are correctly registered to the originating autonomous systems so that they can verify whether the routes or announcements are actually true or not. So, what is the importance of ROE? It prevents unauthorized route announcements. It also increases reliability of internet, which also facilitates smoother network operations. It also supports compliance with security regulations, which also reduces the chances of data interception. So, how ROV works? It validates the route announcement. ROV checks BGP announcements by comparing them to the registry of unauthorized IP prefixes, ensuring that only legitimate routes are accepted by the routers. Using cryptographic method, ROV employs cryptographic techniques such as digital signature to verify that announcements originate from legitimate sources, thus preventing potential attacks. Ensuring the authenticity of routing information. The process ensures that routing information is authentic and trustworthy, which significantly reducing the data misinterception and misconfiguration, also which enables the overall network security. So, resource public key infrastructure. RPKI is a framework which is designed to secure the internet routing infrastructure by enabling the verification of the association between IP address resources and the autonomous system that originate them. By using digital certificates, RPK allows the validation of BGP routes, thus preventing BGP hijacking and ensuring that only legitimate routes are propagated. So implementing ROV. The first step to implement is to assess the current routing policies. Evaluate the existing routing configuration and try to improve the efficiency or accuracy of the existing policy. Deploy RPK solution. Integrate the resources for public key infrastructure mechanism to facilitate secure route origin validation mechanisms. monitor and update the validation process continuously, track continuously track the effectiveness of route validation efforts to adapt to the changes and to maintain the security. So, what are the challenges in ROV? So, the implementation itself a complex task due to the technically challenging, intricate nature of BGP and the need for integration with existing systems. Organizations nowadays struggle to align ROV with their current routing policy and infrastructure, which leads to potential misconfiguration between the ROV and policies. Limited adoption among ISPs. Despite the proven benefits of ROV, many internet service providers have been slow to the adopt to these practices. This often results from resource constraints, lack of awareness, or prioritization of other security measures for the ROV. So technical knowledge gaps is also another reason for the um, another reason for the poor implementation of ROV among the ISPs. So what are the best practices for the BGP security? We should conduct the regular security audits. We should also monitor the BGP routes continuously, implement route filtering techniques, and collaborate with peers and another ISPs for more security. And also, we should train the staff and we should hire the staffs uh, to this. And the staff should be well knowledgeable or well skilled in the BGP and ROV mechanisms. So, what are the different type of tools to detect the BGP hijacking? BGP is a type of software in which the BGP routes are monitored real time. RIPE NCC is another type of tool for BGP analysis. BGP stream is a type of software in which the routes and other information can be visualized through charts, bar graphs, and so that OpenBGP series open source implementation of the BGP routes. BGP looking glass is an external routing view in which the routing can be viewed according to our desired way. So, future of BGP security and route origin validation. As the intent continues to expand, the future of the risk associated with BGP hijacking is also increased. So that the validation and another ROV mechanism must be uh, implemented so that the BGP hijacking can be uh, minimum or rest. So route origin validation is likely to be implemented in the future upcoming days, and the BGP security is also uh, expected to be increased. The increasing complexity of the internet traffic and the rise in cyber threats, which necessitates the implementation of advanced security measures, particularly in routing protocols like BGP. Effective solutions such as the ROV are essential to mitigate the risk and ensure the integrity and reliability of internet connectivity. So, thank you, and I'm here to, and thank you.